We are headed to Mackinaw Mill Creek Campground in Michigan, which is the campground where we worked the summer of 2023, told everyone on the internet that we're broke, and hustled through a bunch of work camping jobs in order to save for a once-in-a-lifetime trip to Alaska.
That summer was a huge turning point for us. So as we make our way to the place that started it all, we're gonna give you the too long didn't read version of our story for anyone who's a new subscriber and wants to learn more about the backstory of open roading.
So we're gonna go all the way back.
Way back.
Before RV life, we lived in sticks and bricks just like everybody else, and Kalyn came to me with this idea, hey, let's live in an RV. And we actually dove down deep into the why we're doing the whole RV life back in a Q&A episode that we did.
Yep, so we'll link that episode below for you to watch after this one. But basically in 2019, we found a Jayco Designer Fifth Wheel. It was from year 2005, so it was decently old. We renovated it and we started our full-time RV life adventure. And you're probably wondering, well, how did you finance that?
We sold our house.
Yeah, we sold our house, which helped us like actually get the truck and RV and everything.
We were completely debt-free at the time.
Yes,
yeah.
But to be able to make the money to stay on the road, we were working with income from my business. So way back in the day, I was a blogger and I was earning through digital products and ads on my website blogging about time management and productivity and organization. So we got one good year in.
It was great. That year,
it was amazing.
And we actually kind of treated that year like, what if this is our only year RVing? So we hit the big spots. We hit the Grand Canyon, we hit a bunch of national parks, and it was phenomenal. And then I don't know if you guys know this or not, but 2020 came around and there was this thing, a few people heard about it, COVID.
The Great Smoky Mountains National Park announcing today that they will be enforcing a full park closure for 2 weeks.
And we were stuck kind of for the first half of that year, just not doing a whole lot, not doing much RV life in general.
And you know, the economy, after that, started to tank, and we started feeling the effects of that in 2021 and 2022.
Yep.
And so part of my business was a printable planning membership site where I would design planner pages for people and they would download them, but paper planning wasn't becoming as big anymore, and also people were canceling their memberships.
They were canceling, which we completely understood
Totally
at the time. You know, you look at all your subscriptions and everything, you start cutting that. So I started getting some part-time jobs. So one winter I worked at FedEx, another winter I worked at a ranch. I did beet harvest one year.
So far we were not taking away our summers. We were still traveling in the summers, but also finding some extra ways to earn money in the winters.
2023 came around and I had worked at that ranch and we were looking at, okay, what are we gonna do this summer? And we were taking a good hard look at our finances and we realized we don't think we can travel this summer.
No.
We need to figure out a way to cut expenses some more and for me to make some more income.
So that's when we started looking for work camping jobs, and we found one at Mackinaw Mill Creek Campground. It was in northern Michigan, and we had been through northern Michigan in 2019, our first year of RV life, fell in love with it, and we thought if we have to stay put for a summer, this is gonna be a really great spot to do it.
At the time, one of the perks for this was discount tickets to Mackinac Island, and I genuinely think that is why Kalyn was like, you're working there, Joseph, because we're gonna get to go to this island 2 or 3 times a year.
My favorite island is starting to appear on the map. We are coming to Mackinac from the north side, so we're gonna hit St. Ignace first. That's on the north side of the iconic Mackinac Bridge, which I cannot wait to cross over, although I'm not sure how much it's gonna cost with this rig. But then Mackinaw City is on the other side, and so is the campground. But once we see that bridge that connects the Upper Peninsula and the lower portion of Michigan, that's just gonna feel like coming home.
Kalyn thinks this is going to be really expensive. I think it's going to be $8.
I think it's going to be like $40. I see the water. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I know it's there. There it is. There she is.
Howdy, howdy. How much is damage today? $8. Sweet.
Why did I feel like people paid a lot of money to take their RVs over this bridge?
I don't know. I remember $2 an axle. Well, you'll have to go back and watch our We're Broke video because we
did mention
we
how
crossed
much
it
it was.
over.
Yeah, it's probably the same. I probably just forgot. Trinity, this is your first time crossing the bridge. This is our first time in Michigan.
It is our first time in Michigan. This bridge does not have a sidewalk, so the only way you're getting across it is in a car. However, there is one day per year, I don't remember what day it is.
I think it's Labor Day.
It might be Labor Day, that sounds right, where for 2-3 hours in the morning, they close it down to traffic and you can walk across from the north side to the south side and back, or south side to the north side and back, and we did it. We're bridge walkers.
We did it, and Joseph didn't get a pin, but we did get a certificate.
We did get a pin.
Exit 338.
It's our exit. It feels so weird being back
Doesn't
after
it?
3 years.
Because everything is still so familiar.
Yep, very much the same. It's a quaint town.
Yeah. Our first impressions though, when we came in, I think it was mid to late April, it was an absolute ghost town. There were all these hotels lining the streets where their parking lots were completely empty. We walked through all the shops that were just not open. Like we were walking by, just closed. Like no one was here. And it just felt so weird. And then slowly as the season ramps up, then just so many tourists descend on this area. Remember the lumberjack show?
The Jack Pine Lumberjack Show. We came and saw 2 of them, I think.
I think we did, yeah.
We saw one on our own, brought your parents up to watch one.
They were kind of fun.
It was fun.
This is so weird because it's our first time checking in as a guest. Oh, there's a new office? But this was the office.
This was the office.
Yeah.
They're not allowed to change things.
No. Where's the new office? Oh.
Yep.
Just keep going straight and roll up.
Okay, so it's not this building. Perfect, thank you.
So we need to go up through here and turn left at the rocks.
We'll watch somebody tear off their awning over here. So
On
let's not do
trees?
this. Yep.
Oh my word.
It's this one right here.
903. I really like this area of the campground.
This is really nice, and I think we have enough space for Starlink, hopefully.
Keep coming, pushing it right. There you go. Keep coming.
Where's the, is this my sewer?
Yeah, I think that's yours.
That's way too far. I can't reach the back to here.
But the problem is your water's here and all the way back.
Where's the water?
All the way back. Like way back.
Let me see how long my water is. We can just lay this on the ground so we know how far we've got.
Yeah.
I just want to get at least this one up to this point.
At least what?
This sewer valve up to this.
Okay. Okay, sewer's lined up.
Okay, I'm gonna go a little bit further.
And let's see how far this goes. Oh yeah, we're good.
I had you check the hose. Let's see if the power, I've got it plugged in on the other side.
Hang on, I can't see you because of that sun.
It is just barely, look.
Oh my word. We just made it.
I eyeballed it perfectly. That was my plan all along.
I trusted you.
Note to self, power cord is much shorter than the hose. Come on, buddy. Oh, you're right here. Hi, bud. Trin. Sup. Yeah, come on. Mackinaw Mill Creek is an absolutely humongous campground. They have hundreds of RV sites, any site you could want, 30 amp, 50 amp. You want to bring a big bus in here or a spacecraft in here, you can bring it all. They've got a site for you.
You sound like you're like they're advertising. They've got a site for you.
This video is not brought to you by Mackinaw Mill Creek. They've got waterfront sites as well that you can book. They've got tent sites, and they've got awesome cabins that you can stay in if an RV isn't for you, or if you're an RVer and want to have family come visit. We did that while we were here as well. Kalyn's mom and dad came and visited us while we were working here that summer.
This was my favorite view. You've got the lake, you've got the Mackinaw Bridge.
Don't forget the island.
I know. Oh, I've missed this.
So with a giant campground comes a very, very, very big seasonal staff. There's a ton of positions that they have open here every year. There's the store, there's maintenance, there's cleaning the cabins and housekeeping. I actually worked in the store for the whole summer, although at the beginning I did a little bit of maintenance, picking up sticks as stuff started to ramp up for the summer. But once things kicked off, I was in the store almost every day through the entire summer.
You're kind of forgetting, remember the security you did?
Oh yeah, I did forget about that. That was bonus overtime.
Yeah, we had security stories that were very interesting what campers get involved with after hours. And then, well, I didn't actually work at the campground. I used this summer of not traveling to really just hone in and focus on trying to build back my business. I completely pivoted from paper planning over to digital planning through Notion, which is an organization and productivity software. I started teaching people how to use that. And by the end of the summer, I was starting to make some progress, but it really was just such a healing summer, I think, for both of us to just kind of stop the travels, kind of figure out what we wanted to do in life, try to earn a little bit of money, and then just being here together. Like if Joseph had gone and gotten a 9-to-5, we wouldn't have been able to spend as much time together as we did. I loved walking down to the store for his lunch hour, and we would have lunch on the picnic tables outside. So it was a really, really good summer. So do these waves not scare her as much as the ocean waves?
I don't know. Or she's just thirsty.
I know, she's just acting like totally fine now. Okay, there's the little bit of scared.
There's the Trin we know and love. Up, 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 up. There you go.
Go. This is where all of the work campers are staying, or at least most of them. And this was our home for 2023. I mean, the summer, not the whole year.
Hey Kalyn, do you think this RV right here knows that they're destined to start creating content for YouTube?
Is that what
this
happens
fall?
when you stay in this site? I actually think we were in 1061.
We were.
We were in this one.
So it's the Freedom Express.
Yeah.
You got to start a YouTube channel.
Yep. What I loved about staying in this section of the campground is this is the path that goes directly to the park store. So I could just stop by, walk through, and take the lunch with Joseph.
And for me, if it was a commute on foot, it was like a 3-minute commute. And if it was a commute on the bike ride, it was a 1-minute commute. Worked out perfectly.
How's it feel to see the place of your employment?
All the memories are flooding back, and of all the work camping jobs, this one was the most positive for me. For me, seeing it, pure nostalgia. Whew, the nostalgia hit hard walking in there. It still smells the same. The shelves were taller than I remember, but they are still the same. It's a huge store. It's the biggest camp store you're gonna see at almost any campground. But just the hustle and bustle of everything going on. It was very weird to walk in and like not walk behind the counter.
That's funny.
I was just like, that's where I was automatically headed. I'm like, nope, can't go there. And then I saw a couple like soda things where I was like, I should go back and restock them, but
You resisted.
I resisted.
I don't know why I forgot this, but I did forget at how packed this place is in the middle of summer.
It's like a mini city.
It truly is. Like everyone's congregating near the store, everyone's congregating near the lakefront to watch the sunset.
You've got all sorts of like little yard games going on, from cornhole to whatever.
It was such a good place to spend the summer. And so as we neared the end of the summer, we started thinking about what our future holds. And that's what we're gonna share with you in the morning. Come on, let's go. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
So we are at the point in the story where we're getting to the end of the summer. Thankfully, my business started growing again. The change in strategy was working. Sorry for the camera shaking because Trinity decided to do all that. But even with that and with you, I think you were at $15 an hour at that point.
Yep.
And it was so nice to not have to pay for a campground site.
Correct.
Like that was a huge expense taken off our plate. But it was still like we were barely able to make it work.
I like to say at that point in time, we were one major truck repair away from disaster. Had something major gone on wrong with the truck, we wouldn't have had the money set aside in order to get it fixed, which would have caused a whole cascading set of decisions of what now.
And that's what we were thinking, like, okay, is this the end of RV life? Do we need to get off the road? Like, is work camping gonna be kind of the rest of our lives, hopping from campground to campground, barely making it?
Yep.
Or do we just try to come off the road entirely and live in my parents' basement? Like, what is going on here?
So we decided to go a completely different route. We said, hey, you know what? We've had this bucket list item for RV life ever since the beginning, and that was we wanted to go to Alaska. So we said, not only are we going to keep trying to turn Kalyn's business around, but we're also going to see if we can save enough money to make one last big hurrah trip to Alaska.
Before we like completely ditched everything and went out. We got big plans for summer 2024.
We're going to Alaska.
At least we hope so. We're trying to build out our fund, and we have a number in mind that we are thinking would make us feel comfortable that if we save that much, then we should be able to go on that adventure. So we came up with the $15,000 goal. And that was like based on things we really wanted to do in Alaska. It was based on the gas that it would take to get up and back. And we realized, okay, like work camping in campgrounds, that's not going to cut it. That's not going to help us reach our goal. We got to look for work camping jobs that pay a lot better.
The first one we already knew because we'd done it before. It was the end of the camping season, ended in September. Beet harvest was in October. It wasn't that far away, so we just like hopped from Michigan over to North Dakota. We did the beet harvest there, but we also decided at the same time, let's document this journey. So we started YouTube up for that third time, and that's when we started publishing videos as well.
Because we're like, whether we succeed or fail, I mean, maybe it would be interesting for people to come along and see what we're doing.
I still think it's the biggest risk we've ever taken, because Kalyn and I had several talks, because we'd failed at YouTube twice before, and both times that we had done it, we flamed out. We just stopped publishing. And we had honest conversations with each other, and we said, okay, we're going to keep publishing whether we succeed or fail in this $15,000 goal. So we're either going to succeed and yay, we get to go to Alaska, or we're going to have to publicly show people that we didn't make it.
Humiliated.
And be done.
So sugar beet harvest went really well. We got a few grand out of that, which is one of the reasons why it's like one of the best seasonal gigs. And we documented that whole process. We have a playlist that you can go watch. And then we looked into gate guarding. So this is working not necessarily like doing the oil rig in the oil fields of Texas, but it's basically being security check-in points for the workers who are coming in to work the oil rig. So we had iPads and we're checking them in and out. And that paid us, was it $200 a day?
$200 a day for 24 hours for the first gig and $200 a day for just a 12-hour shift for the second gig.
So we could really make some progress.
But what was really cool about that one is the first gig came with a completely unexpected perk, and that was a dog.
This is where Trinity showed up and came into our lives, and we documented that whole process too of us finding this abandoned dog and then deciding to adopt her. So we will put links to those videos below. Actually, I think you have your own playlist. I think we have a Trinity playlist.
The video when Trinity entered our lives went viral on YouTube and really lit a fire under our channel, so much so that we started seeing an income on the channel, which was really exciting. So between the gate guarding, between the beet harvest, and the additional bit of income from YouTube,
we were able to make our $15,000 goal.
Which was so exciting, especially because it meant we didn't have to fail publicly on YouTube.
That is true. We were not humiliated. We pulled in $1,041 from that paycheck to make it an even $15,000. One of our favorite things to do here at Mackinaw Mill Creek is ride bikes. So across the road, there is a really long path that's part of a much larger bike trail, and that goes all the way into town, about 4 miles. So once we first got here, we didn't realize how much bikes were like such a big thing. And so we ended up looking, we bought Walmart bikes,
We
right?
bought Walmart bikes.
For like $99 a piece.
Yep.
And we used the heck out of those things that summer.
Look at the seats. That's ash.
Oh,
That's
it's
all
so hazy out. Like we took Trinity for a walk earlier this morning and you can't even see the bridge.
Nope, can't see the bridge, can't see the island. I hope it clears up tomorrow because we're supposed to go to the island tomorrow and film there and enjoy
showing
it.
you like just smoky stuff is not going to be great. But yeah, these are Canadian wildfires that are happening right now. And that happened the summer we were here too. Like I remember there was probably a good week where we were having a lot of smoke issues. But anyway, we're gonna ride into town, go to my favorite shops, and get some lunch.
Just like old times.
It says dead end. Nuh-uh.
Not for us.
Did we discover that this was part of the North Country Trail?
I don't remember the name of the trail. I just remember it's like an old railroad trail that goes way, way down the coast down there.
Like Sheboygan.
And then it connects to a trail up here. I actually think the trail it connects to is part of the North Country Trail.
That's right, I think you're right.
And that you could take like all the way down to Traverse City, if I remember right. Kale and I were talking last night about what was it that made this summer so magical for the both of us. And I do think this trail was part of that equation because almost every week we were going to town and we were like, let's take the bikes instead of taking the truck. And we would take the bikes in and just getting that exercise. We also were always doing something on our quote unquote weekend off. I think
I think the weekends were Tuesday, Wednesday.
Tuesday, Wednesday, I think, yeah. So we would go into town on Tuesday, Wednesday, take the bikes up and down this. We really did put so many miles on that bike.
While you were working at the store, I would just ride around the campground at night too, like around the evening. That was kind of my routine. The trail technically goes that way, but you want to sneak through here to get to downtown. See, there's already a well-worn path. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. We already did. I've decided that we're gonna do a t-shirt this time. Last time I was here, I got a sweatshirt, so we're gonna do this one. The other store that you cannot miss while you're here is Tayson's Gift Shop. They have so many different odds and ends and just cool gifts. They've got fudge, they have pretty much everything.
They have this. They've got that.
That's very odd. Look at this one, spread love like dog hair. Oh my goodness, do we have the dog hair? No, that's not happening. Pickleball paddle earrings? See, I told you there was so much random stuff in here. I don't know about you, but I think I'm gonna save my fudge eatin' for Island.
Yes.
Because they have, I think, a couple dairy-free fudges on the island that are so yummy.
So you are going to have to mash that subscribe button because that's the next video.
I seem to remember, wasn't there a chip shop over here?
Chip shop.
But it was, I think, chips covered in chocolate.
I'm down. If we can find them.
I think this was a thing. I was right. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you so much.
What are you doing? Yeah, I caught you. I caught you red-handed. Woo! Back in 2023, we were actually vegan, so there weren't a lot of restaurants that we could try, and we've never tried this barbecue place, so I'm very excited to see how it tastes.
This one's mine.
Okay, we both got pulled pork. He got the sandwich, and I just throw the meat in there.
She's lying because I got a pulled brisket sandwich.
Oh, I must have not been listening.
You weren't listening.
Did you get a specific sauce on it?
I did not. They did not ask.
Okay.
So I assume it's just their
The classic.
classic. That's really good.
Yeah, I asked for the classic barbecue. I didn't know if it came with it anyway, but they had a few different sauces that you could choose from.
Can you get into the box is the first question.
Not really. I'm kind of just destroying it.
Should I ask the squirrel for help?
That's pretty good. It's not like sometimes barbecue is sweet. I don't think it's as sweet as I expected it to be. But it's still really good. I was thinking we should try these chips too.
I was gonna say, this is not the review everybody's looking for. Everybody could care less about the
How did
food.
we become a chip review channel all of a sudden?
just
It
took
started
one
with
video.
Cape Cod chips.
Just took one video. And if it wasn't super smoky, I would hold this bag in front of the bridge and, reveal the bridge because that's kind of our MO, but it's too smoky to do that.
Oh, because they use it as the logo.
They use it as the logo.
Okay,
Yeah.
cute.
Okay, so here we go. Let's pull this apart.
Yeah, I remember shopping here by myself and finding these, discovering these, and I brought them home for you. And you're like, you paid $7 for a bag of chips? They're so good though. They're thick and crispy and salty. They make them in-house in there.
They're in their own category of chip.
I think
because
so.
it's like a homemade chip, and it is really, really good.
Whew.
And today, I was the one that paid $7 for chips.
So that summer, getting back to our story, when we went to Alaska, it was just this amazing bucket list trip. Like, we got to the sign and we just started crying because it took so much to get there.
And we had wanted to go for so many years. Like, we had wanted to go in 2022 and it didn't work out. And so to finally get there,
I know, and we have a whole playlist of the Alaska road trip. I think there's 13 or 14 videos in there, so you can come along with us if you haven't seen those yet. But what really kind of we were talking about as we're going through Alaska, because we weren't work camping that summer at the time, is like, okay, the YouTube channel's growing decently.
Yep.
When we're done with Alaska, could we do YouTube full time?
Or is everybody only here for Alaska, and as soon as we
Right,
get
and
out
they're
of
gonna
Alaska,
be
everybody's
gone.
going to be gone?
And so we were really nervous about that, like what's next,
Yeah.
but we thought, let's try it. We'll also still keeping an eye on our expenses. That's one of the reasons why we did Florida for cheaper free and tried to boondock as much as possible, spend as little as
100%.
possible, because we're putting all our eggs in kind of this basket to see if it's going to continue on, and it kept growing and growing. And it shocks us still that you guys are here tuning in every week to come along with us on our adventures.
Yeah. Toward the end of Alaska, even before we got the new truck, like you were looking at your business and you're like, I'm dividing my
Yes,
attention
that's
between
true.
my business and open roading, and you were seeing the growth potential of open roading, but your business wasn't floundering at that point.
No, it was growing decently, and I had to kind of pull back and say like, okay, I've got to focus everything over here, which was hard. I mean, I went through a lot of
Yeah.
business coaching calls about that and identity and all of that
Well,
stuff.
and I feel like it's another risk because it's nice to have your eggs not all in the
in
one
a couple
basket.
different brands.
But it
yeah.
the growth of the channel really was benefited by you really
Yep.
focusing in
Yep.
on that. And then, as you said, we had other expenses that came up. We bought the truck. We have a video on that. We saw the RV in January that we really wanted to buy, and we're like, nope, not yet. That's
The
still a
price
little too
was
expensive.
not right, but like we couldn't stop thinking about it, and we
Yeah.
wanted to save a lot more, and we also wanted to see, is the channel going to continue to grow? Because
Right.
if this is like a one-time thing, it's not great.
You don't want to put a down payment on an RV and then decide you're done RV.
Yeah. So we found it. It popped up during our slow down summer that
Yeah.
then didn't end up being slow down summer. So we raced back to Iowa to pick it up.
Yeah.
And then we took it out on the loneliest road.
Loneliest road.
We
Oh,
put
that was such a good
it
trip.
was. We put a big solar system
Yep.
on it, and then did the 100 Days of Boondocking series so that we didn't have to spend a ton during that winter. So you can see that we're like, even though YouTube is starting to provide for us, like
Yeah.
we're still us.
Yes.
We're
100%.
still very conscious about what we spend.
Occasionally buying an $8 bag of chips. But we're so grateful for everyone who has come along with this
Truly,
journey,
truly.
whether you joined when Trinity was, when we
Yeah.
first saw Trinity, or when we said we're broke, or when we were in Alaska, or the loneliest road, or
Yeah.
wherever it was. It just means so much for us that you're here each week, jumping in the comments, saying hello. It really means the world to
It
us.
does. Like, just that you would take the time out of your day to watch our journeys and come along with us, and that we could share this with you means so much. And we love when we get to take you out of the comments and
Yes.
actually see
Yes.
you at meetups
Yeah.
and RV shows, and we definitely are going to have more of those coming up. But just to think that it all started back in 2023 when we took our first risk.
Yep.
You know, let's start YouTube, let's try to get to Alaska, let's work camp. And that's why this place will always just have such a hold on our hearts.
100%. I
So-
can't add anything
I
more
know.
to that.
So thank you for coming along with
Yeah.
us, and this kind of gives you the snapshot of where we came from, where we're going. We still have so much more to share with you,
Yep.
and so we hope you hit that subscribe button and join us on the journey.
We'll see you on Mackinac Island for the next video.